Hello everyone, we are going to see how we can deploy our T5 transformer model to production. But before deploying our T5 transformer model into production, we will see how we can compress our T5 transformer model so that it takes less space on disk as well as do very fast inference when compared to its base PyTorch model. In this particular video, we'll go over the T5 question generation model that we have developed. We will use Gradio app to see how we can get our first taste of deployment. Then we'll convert our T5 PyTorch model to Onyx format and also quantize the T5 transformer model using FastT5 library. With this, we will achieve a 3x reduction in model size and almost 2x to 5x increase in inference speed. Let's get started. Once you are connected, run the first cell. So what we are doing here is to install the transformers library from Hugging Face, but note that the latest transformer released library on pip, which is 4.5.0, also doesn't have the necessary changes that we require. So we are going to use a custom commit. So this commit integrates FastT5 library into transformer model. We can use FastT5 library to convert our model into lesser size and also into Onyx format. Here I am installing IPython auto time. Simply it prints the execution time of a cell. In the previous sections we have seen that we have trained a T5 question generation model on the squad dataset, and now what I've done is to ease the work for you. I've already gone ahead and uploaded a T5 trained question generation model onto the Hugging Face transformers model library. So when you refer to this model right here, Ramsri Gautamji/T5 squad 1, it will directly download from Hugging Face model library. Let's run this cell. I'm just downloading the model and initializing the model as well as the tokenizer. Now we have downloaded our model as well as tokenizer and initialized them. This section you have already seen it previously, where you pass in a sentence and an answer and also the model and tokenizer, and we get back a question. So you pass in some context as well as answer and we generate a question. We have seen previously how to train this exact model. Now let's go ahead and run with a sample context and answer. So here I am giving the context: Donald Trump is an American media personality who served as the 45th president of the United States. That's the context, and answer is Donald Trump. And we are asking our T5 model to generate the question. Now you can see that the generated question is right here, which is, who is the 45th president of the United States? As you can see, it took 2.4 seconds. We installed Python auto time ahead. So because of that, after the completion of every cell, it prints the time taken for that cell to run. Now that we have seen our question generation model in action, we will see how we can create a very fast GUI or graphical user interface for our model. Let's move ahead. So here we'll get the first taste of production deployment using Gradio app. You can read about Gradio app more here, but simply put, what Gradio app does is that it will provide a very easy to use graphical user interface for anyone to test out our model. So all I am doing here is to create a very simple graphical user interface where we can give in a context and answer and it will generate a question. So I am creating text box for each of these: context, answer, and also a text box for the output that will be generated by the model. And I'm calling the get question method that I created previously. And this is the simple Gradio interface where you say which is the function to use, which is generate question, and what are the inputs. The inputs are context and answer, and what's the output? That is, output is question. So here we are giving these text boxes, context text box answer as input and another text box as output. Let's run this. As you can see, Gradio created a nice, easy to use interface for us where you can enter any paragraph or context here. Let me enter our previous statement and you can give any answer here. Let me give Donald Trump. And it's very easy. You click on submit and automatically the question is generated here. See, it took almost 2 seconds, 2.05 seconds, and it generated the question based on this context and answer. And now you can change your answer to something like, let's say, United States, run it again. You will see a new question generated. What country did Donald Trump serve as president of? Perhaps you can change again to a different answer. And it generated a new question. What nationality is Donald Trump? See that it's taking around 2 seconds, 1.5 to 2 seconds usually. And in the next sections, we will see how we can convert our model to ONNX format and also see how we can reduce this latency and get it under 1 second or sub-second latency by quantizing the model. Now there is one very important thing to remember here, which is why I mentioned that we already made our production model here, because as soon as you run this, Gradio creates a link for you to try out. And as long as this Colab notebook is connected and running, you can give this live link to any friend who is sitting on the other side of the world. So you can give this link to your, let's say, product manager or CEO who is on the other part of the world, and they can just try out this link and see how well the model is performing. Let's just see with a simple statement. So Ramsri loves to play cricket, and I just say Ramsri. So click on submit and you say it generates the question, who loves to play cricket. If I give cricket and click on submit, it generates what sport does Ramsri love. Now the beauty is that you can give this link to anyone in the world, and as long as your Colab notebook is running, they will be able to access this, and they don't need any programming skill, anything like that, but they can just test out your model and see if it's performing according to what they want. That's the beauty of Gradio app. Now we'll move on to the next section. In this section, we will see how we can convert a T5 transformer model, that is the PyTorch model that we generated from our training, to ONNX format and also quantize using FastT5 library. Now one thing to remember is that ONNX stands for Open Neural Network Exchange. What this means is that different models like PyTorch models, TensorFlow models, and any other library models, all these can be converted into one single format, which is the ONNX format, stands for Open Neural Network Exchange. This is like an open standard for machine learning interoperability. So what that means is that now you can bring in any model that you trained with any different framework, but you can convert it into a fixed format that is agreed by all the frameworks. And what this helps is that since you have a fixed format that you will be working with, you can build your tools and production deployment pipelines or any other runtimes, compilers, frameworks that are needed for production deployment, assuming that you don't need to do any customization, but rather work with a single model format and do all your tasks. So this eases the work where you don't need to constantly convert from PyTorch to TensorFlow or TensorFlow to PyTorch, but rather all of them will work in will be converted to ONNX format and you will work with that. Now there's a beautiful library called FastTFi library. Since every model has some quirks associated to it, we need some customizations to convert a given model to ONNX format. And for T5, FastTFi library takes care of all of that, which is to convert it into ONNX format. So the beauty is that if we use the FastTFi library to convert our model into ONNX format and quantize it, we almost get 3x reduction in model size and also up to 5x inference speed increase. What this simply means is that T5 base model takes almost 900 MB on disk. Now you can bring it down to 300 to 400 MB. While that looks small, it's actually very huge when it comes to inference speed as well as the model size. And even bigger gains are obtained if you are using T5 large. Let's say T5 large takes about 3 gigabytes of disk space. Now T5 large could be converted to less than 1 gigabyte because you get almost 3x reduction in model size using FastTFi library and convert it into ONNX and quantizing. Now let's get started. This FastTFi library generates a folder called as models within our current Colab system. So I'm just making sure that if there is any previous existing models folder, I'm just removing it. Now I'm installing FastTFi library as well as the necessary things, which are ONNX runtime and ONNX. Now once you are done with the installation of FastTFi, go ahead and restart the runtime. This is a very important step where don't forget to restart the runtime, and if you encounter any error whatsoever, just run it again. Now moving on, this simple cell converts our T5 PyTorch model into ONNX format and also quantizes it. So it will reduce our model size by almost 3x and also pave the way for very fast inference. So all I am doing here is importing a few modules from FastTFi. Then I am importing AutoTokenizer and T5 config from our transformers library from Hugging Face. Then this is the train model path. Actually this is from the Hugging Face model library. So we are going to use the train model name from that Hugging Face library that I already uploaded to. And here we are going to generate ONNX representation for our model. So we are converting our Hugging Face T5 model to ONNX. Then we are going to quantize our model. So quantization reduces our model size, because what quantization does is changing the floating point 32 bit into int 8 for all our model parameters. So it will significantly reduce the size of our model almost by 3x to 4x. And here I am initializing the tokenizer and config. Before running this cell, let's look at our current folder. So there is no extra data in our Colab instance, and once we run this cell, we can see that a models folder will be generated here. Let's go ahead and run this. As you can see, we are finished with our exporting to ONNX and also quantizing the model. And you can see that when you expand the models folder here, you have ONNX files and the quantized ones, which are quantized from the ONNX files itself. So if you want to use the quantized models, then we don't really need these 3 files. We only need the quantized ones. The quantized model actually, since it reduces the floating point 32 to int 8, we lose some accuracy of the model. So there's some degradation of the performance. but quite often the degradation of the performance might be very low for our for the use case that we are dealing with, and we are completely okay with that slight degradation of performance when compared to the speed boost it gives, and also the memory size reduction it gives. Now if you encounter any problem when running this cell, just remember to go to runtime and restart and try to do it again, because sometimes it gives some errors. Usually they will be gone once you just go and do a proper restart of runtime and just run this cell. Now what I am doing is, to this models folder I'm adding the tokenizer as well as the config file. So let me run this and it will be evident for you. So once you run that and just refresh, you will see that all the tokenizer files of sentence piece and config.json, all these files are added here. This is essential because if you want to load the model and tokenizer from a single folder, this is helpful. So for that reason, to ease our process, we are going to place all the tokenizer, config as well as the model, all these files in here. Now as mentioned, we don't need the original Onyx file, but only the quantized ones. So here I am removing the original Onyx files, but just keeping only the quantized Onyx files here. So once you run these files and just refresh, you will see that only the quantized Onyx files are remaining. And let me just run this. So this shows that this whole folder takes 400 megabytes. So if you have seen previously, just the PyTorch model took something around 900 MB or so. So it's almost as promised, it's 1/3 reduction in model size. So this whole folder takes 404 megabytes. And here I'm connecting to my personal Google Drive because I want to store this models folder that is in Onyx formats and quantized to my personal drive, because at the moment this resides on the Colab instance, and we need to transfer it to a permanent storage, which is some path in our Google Drive. So I'm just connecting here. Now your Google Drive is mounted, and I'm copying this models folder into a path in my drive, which is my home Google Drive, and I created a folder called as T5 paraphraser, and in that another folder T5 squared v1 is where this models folder will be placed. This model folder will be actually replaced with T5 squared v1, and all these things will be placed there. Let's run this. As you can see, there's a folder named T5 squared v1 created in my Google Drive in this path, and all those files are copied here. Now comes the interesting part where we are going to run the same Gradio app with our Onyx quantized inference, and we'll see the speed up that we gained. Run the necessary cells. I've added redundancy here because in the future you can just come and run only the fourth section as well without needing to run any of the previous sections. Now this is the main part. Instead of loading our T5 transformer model from Hugging Face, here we are going to use FastT5 and load our quantized model. So here we are giving the path to our encoder quantized Onyx, decoder quantized Onyx, and these three files. These three files are not new, but just the path through these three files, and those three files are given in this model paths, and they are passed to get Onyx runtime sessions function, and we are initializing our model as Onyx T5 that is taken from the FastT5 library with our trained model path. This is the path that where we stored everything on our Google Drive, the model folder, and we are passing the model sessions in here. Now we are again initializing the tokenizer here. Let's just run this cell. So once we are done with the previous cell, let's move on to the next cell. So this function is nothing different. It's directly taken from the previous one. So let's run this. And as you can see, the previous cell took almost 2.4 seconds with the non-quantized PyTorch model. But now, who is the 45th President of the United States? The same question is generated within 1 second. So you can see the performance gains with Onyx and quantized model. Now let's run the Gradio app. Now we have our Gradio app ready. As previously, you can test out with any context and answer, and you can see that the latency is 0.91 seconds. Previously it was about 2 seconds for this and context and answer pair. Let's try out with one more thing. So 0.7 seconds, previously it was around 1.5, 1.6 seconds. So you can see that almost everything is under 1 second. So with just Onyx and quantization, we have gotten our T5 transformer model to do sub-second inference. And remember one thing, we are not even on a GPU. We are actually on a regular standard CPU runtime. So on the CPU runtime as well, this can run under a second. So we can easily deploy this without cost of GPUs, etc. into production and gain benefit from it. And in the next section, we will see how we can deploy the same model into production and also in a serverless manner. So you don't even need to run any servers, and we'll create a Docker container and deploy in a serverless manner so that the inference costs are extremely low. Only when a request comes, a server is spun up and that request is served. Otherwise you are charged nothing. So this is very, very important because transformer models are usually very heavy and cost intensive, and most of them require GPU inference. So a GPU, typical GPU costs anywhere between $300 to $600 maybe for a month's availability. But with these crucial steps like Onyx and quantization and also serverless deployment, we can almost bring this down to single-digit dollar, the price for running this model every month, depending on the number of users that we have. If we have very few users, then we can bring the price to less than $1 to serve this model only a few times during the month. That's the power of what we have just seen. Thanks for watching.